creating a little bit of a problem. So I want to say thank you guys. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. John, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was wonderful. I ate more than I should have. Very blessed to have my family members all around. I was up in Georgia for beautiful, fire, toasty Thanksgiving.
Let me ask you a question. Did any of your family members get tear gas during Thanksgiving?
Maybe if they hit the bathroom.
Yeah.
But besides that, we were all pretty safe.
I guess my question there is, and we're going to get into a lot of things tonight, guys. We're going to be rapid firing. But if I take my daughter or my son to a bank robbery, if I take them in while I'm robbing the bank, or maybe I'm shoplifting in Walmart, or if I go do some strong arm robbery, or I carjack somebody and I have my kid with me, then that's me putting my child in danger. That's me doing something that I shouldn't be doing that has caused my child to be in circumstances that we would frown upon. But that's not the way these crazy liberals think about it. Oh, they're just trying to live a better life. Well, you go to the door, you knock on it, and John, you always do that.
I know.
John.
So
anyways, yeah, share. Hey guys, listen. I was executed in Facebook. I have an account, but I won't talk about too much. I've only got I went from 5,000 followers. I had 5,000 personal followers, not on my public profiles. I had 5,000 personal people that followed me. I had 5,000 people, John, for how many years?
5, 6, 7, since Facebook started.
Yeah, I got there pretty fast, and most people didn't even realize there was a limit. I hit the limit 5, 6 years ago, and it's all just gone, just like I never existed. And the crazy part is they took away all my public pages. I don't have access to anything. So I've only got 100 people on my personal Facebook page. A few of you have reached out to me on my my private page, and I'm kind of not accepting some of those things because I'm just trying to keep it to, you know, like maybe a couple hundred people that I really know that are like family members. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't want to make it big because my buddy Jamal says one of the reasons they kicked me off is because I was treating my personal page like a private page. I mean, like a public page, which wasn't really the case because I didn't post anything in any way that was political on my private page, but the way they could get to my public pages was through my private page by deleting my administration rights. So anyways, guys, here we are. It's a new day. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. They're blaming Trump for everything. I bet you if somebody burned their turkey, they'd blame Trump for that. I bet you if the stuffing was dry and the mashed potatoes were lumpy, there were people sitting around blaming people for that. And it's just absolutely crazy. He'll get blamed for everything.
That's what I told you when we were having dinner. I said, you watch. If they find something on Mars with the new landing or whatever, they're going to say that the atmospheric conditions will be blamed on Donald Trump.
Did you see the video that of the kid sitting in the classroom that the teacher got up and had the whole class leave because he was wearing a Make America Great Again hat?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull that up.
Did you see the one where the kid was on, was it Tucker last night or was it on Martha? About the 7-year-old kid that they have these timeout closets that they're putting the kids in.
No, what does that mean?
They put them in this closet, close the door. It's like a closet in the classroom. For acting up or this or that or doing inappropriate things like belching or something like that.
That's outrageous.
And then they slide a desk in front of it. So it's not only that, it's a fire hazard.
Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. I'm gonna make a copy of this here for you guys real fast, download it, and then we're gonna share this with you guys. This is craziness, guys. This is this teacher loses his freaking mind because this kid is wearing he calls the kid in the middle of class an asshole.
Is he still working there?
I don't know,
If not, find out what the name of the school is, and I'll start calling tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll deal with that.
Just give him a little jingle.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I'm watching this, and it got it started trending and going viral. I think today, trying to find.
Oh, tag friends. No, can't do that. They won't even let me share this with anybody.
Well, let me share what?
This page with anybody.
What do you mean this page? What we're doing?
Yeah.
Really?
I go to share and it says copy link.
Yeah, guys, if you would happen to be so kind to share this, we'd greatly appreciate it.
But we're doing better. Last week we were at 8. This week we're at 17. So we're coming back up.
Wow.
Before they kicked us off, we were up to like 102, 104.
Yeah, it was going pretty good. Hey, but we got some gumbo cooking in the pot. I can't really talk about it, but we really have some gumbo cooking that I think everybody's going to like. I think you're going to be surprised at what comes out in January. I can't talk much about it, but I just want to say that we've got something really cooking. But in 3 minutes, it's going to take a little while to download this Classroom Evacuee, but I want to show you guys this. But let's get back to the border. The border is just nuts. Now, I almost think Trump is like Nostradamus. I really think that some of the things that he predicts, or some of the things that he says, or some of the ideas he has, at first, I mean, listen, guys, I was on the Trump train since day one. I was at the Sarasota rally, where the helicopter landed on the football field, and I was day one. John, you were day one.
I was day one.
We weren't John.
And we were there for the great day that we seen the helicopter take off with the Obamas in it.
Yeah, we were at the inauguration.
That was the best day I ever seen.
So I'm not a naysayer, and I'm all for Trump. I believe in 95% of what he does. Some of the stuff I think I would maybe do it a little differently, but hey, you know what? I'm sure he would question 95% of the stuff I do. So, but there comes a moment where you think, God, he's like ahead of his time. He like knew what other people didn't. And
he predicted it. Look at it. He's like about the Anthony Weiner thing. This guy's getting with his wife being Hillary's top aide, and when sure enough, here it comes out.
Yeah, it's
right before the election, they confiscated his computer to find emails on it. So I was watching the 5 at 5, and they're talking about, Trump made some sort of thing about, I don't know if he tweeted it or said it or whatever, that he has better gut reactions and feelings of stuff like that than most people think.
Yeah. Now,
did
John,
you see that quote?
I did not see that quote. I heard he said something. So, okay. Since we're doing Facebook and YouTube, it's kind of hard to deal with both these at the same time. And so if you're watching us on Facebook, I'm going to add the link to this classroom. We're going to put that up, but I'm going to try and play them at the exact same time. So just kind of bear with me here for a second, guys. We got to kind of open this. John, and I'm sorry, I'm going to have to squeeze you out of the picture here for just a second, okay?
That's fine.
All right. So, guys, here it is. I want to share with you guys this wonderful clip of this kid, and we'll talk about it. John, you can probably hear,
Right, we are. That it is a target against you. And particularly that hat. And in a way, maybe that's why...
So as you watch, listen to the...
that when things are...
So you're admitting to discriminating against a certain group of... No. You just said you're discriminating against a certain group of people.
We're up to 21.
We do
We'll turn the volume up a little bit here on this guy.
Push back against all the time, and we bend. And that's part of the nature of a high school. We have to constantly bend rules. All right? And part of that is the nature of who's here and why they're here. And the fact that, nothing is so steadfast that we have to be completely to the letter of it. Because it's a sort of a proving ground of seeing what works and what doesn't work and getting ready for the next steps in life. Of which, there are just moments in adult normal life where, if you do it, if you don't do it, if you're not on the page, if you're not following, the decorum of the place, you're fired. Or you're not admitted.
I don't get what that has to do with
but it
expressing
has, what I'm
my
saying is
political
my
views.
point is about the nature of rules. And so in this particular case, the very clearly written rule, there are no hats to be worn in school, can easily be applied to ask you to stop provoking people.
I wasn't provoking people. People are coming in and calling me.
By the presence.
They're provoked by a hat.
Yes. But there's
That's
also
like a
me just talking to
5-year-old
you
being scared
personally
of the dark.
one-on-one to know that you receive.
If you're
a
scared of a
bit
hat,
present
it's no different than being
by
scared of the
being
dark in the
provocative.
basement, like
So
as a 5-year-old.
your provocative behavior.
I'm not being
has its
provocative.
intended
You
response.
just admitted that you are all targeting me because of my political views. How
No,
am I
your
the
hat.
one being?
Your hat,
My
not your beliefs.
hat.
Yeah.
My hat. What if I find the color, pink offensive?
The color pink
Well,
isn't racist.
there's no rule about that.
What color is racist?
This is 100% about rules, Mika.
What
All right,
did racism come
punch
from?
2 in the text.
I think the whole point is you're not.
Miko, you just need to be a bit cool.
I'm really cool right
Take
now.
your hat off. Or get out.
What if I find it to be like a religious symbol? Well, there's no fine print that defines
Then
something
go-
as a
you need
religious
to go
symbol.
Talk to, like, your
I could
assistant
have a
principal
pasta
about
strainer
it.
as a religious symbol.
The length of this conversation.
That's an actual
We're
church. People wear pasta strainers on their head. That's a church.
This isn't what we're talking about. It's taking too much time. You need to make a choice. Right?
Well, I'm willing to participate and keep going with class. I don't understand what hat has to do with it. If a
You need
hat
to
is
bring it
getting
up
in the
to
way,
somebody who can help you.
if a hat is getting in the way of nearly like 30 young adults, like if
Okay,
a
you're
hat
putting me
bothers
in a
you,
position where I'm either going to gather everybody up and go to another classroom and you can remain here like an asshole, or you can take your hat off, or you can go talk to an AP about it. Now, what do you want to do?
I can't sit here and learn.
Not with that hat on.
Don't we have a freedom to expression and a freedom to education?
I don't care. You do not. You're not an
I do
adult
not.
and
So
you're
you're
in a
denying
school.
my rights.
Choose.
I'm choosing to sit here and learn.
Okay. We're going to go elsewhere then. Learn. You may remain here.
Here we go. The whole class is leaving
Oh my
because
god!
I'm wearing.
Right, we are. That it is a target against you, and particularly that hat. And in a way, maybe that's why rules exist, so that when things are
So you're
pushed
admitting to
When-
discriminating
don't cut me
against a
off.
certain group.
When cut
No, no,
off.
no. You just
Don't cut me off.
said you're.
So there you have it, guys. I hope you guys saw that. It's crazy that the teacher threw the kid out because he had a MAGA hat on. I hope the kid. I reached out to him. I tried to reach out to him in a roundabout way because Red for Blue, which supports all things Trump and all things conservative and all things Americana and all things police, we were going to send the young man a care package. We were going to make, make his day. And if the rules are in the classroom, you can't wear a hat. So I thought, well, why don't we send him a MAGA shirt?
There you go.
Shirts aren't off limits.
No?
Well, he could wear a Trump shirt every day of the week. Give him a different one, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So anyways, guys,
I don't like the way the teacher called the kid in the vicinity.
An asshole.
There's no reason for that.
Yeah, he's like, why don't you be cool? The kid seemed cool.
How stupid of a person are you that you're going to get up and move 30 other students into another classroom, disrupt the whole 45-minute class you have, and think you're going to get back on track of what you were doing over a stupid hat? I bet you if it said Black Lives Matter, he wouldn't have said nothing to him. Wouldn't even ask him to take it off.
No, not at
If there
all.
would have been a bit of rainbow going across the top of it.
Yeah, and even a big old rainbow.
And with all the initials underneath of it.
The
what they-
LBGTQX19 or 654, whatever.
I'm going to get a big rainbow hat and put it under there. BR549. You know what that is?
No,
That's the phone number to Junior Samples Auto Sales on Hee-Haw. It says, call me at BR549. If anybody remembers that, send me a little message here. But we'll get them. I'm going to get me a hat that says that. BR549.
That's, Yeah, I forgot about old, what was he said, Hee Haw?
Yeah.
Roy Clark just died.
Yep.
You know?
That was a great loss there.
Yeah.
He was one of the finest guitar players. He could play any instrument.
Oh, yeah. He's self-taught, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Played by ear. Couldn't even read music, from what I understand. I could be wrong, but he could make a guitar or a banjo talk, man. It was unreal.
Yeah. But this gets back
Probably
to
Kathy writes, would the Antifa outfit been okay? Oh, I'm sure he could have sat there with his hat on and his little mask on and his gloves and his bike lock laid up on his desk, and the teacher would have said,
stop shaking the desk.
Do you need anything?
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. There's such this double standard. There's such this hatred, and it's really cancerous what is happening to the mind, because people aren't allowed to be free thinkers anymore. Free thinking is squashed at the door. Free thinking, you are checked, and if you are a conservative, if you are a right-wing person, you are shunned, you are disavowed, you are considered the hate group, you are considered a bigamist, and a misogynist. And I saw a video. I wish I could play it. It just showed me how far this world has come in a very short period of time. We all remember the movie Clueless. Do you remember that movie Clueless?
Clueless.
It was with Alicia Silverstone, where she was like this clueless high school girl.
Right. Didn't you end up wanting to go to Princeton or something? Yale.
Yeah. No, that was a different movie. That was
Legally Blonde.
Yeah. But anyways, so I was in Tijuana Flats today. I don't know if you guys know what Tijuana Flats is, but I was in Tijuana Flats, and they were playing a song by the Mighty Mighty Bosstones, which was a song in the movie Clueless where they were at the party. And so when I got in my car, I thought, I'm going to play the song. Because I kind of heard parts of it, so it made me want to hear the song. So I went on YouTube, and I was playing the song. And when you play YouTube, what happens is the next video comes up. The next video, so I wasn't even paying attention. And it was this Clueless, it was like, they were like dissecting and analyzing the movie Clueless, about the good and the bad in it. And they were talking about all this crazy stuff. I mean, we're talking about the movie Clueless, which is a pretty mild, teen film, from like the 90s or whenever it was done. And they were talking about how it was misogynistic because the one guy he touched Alicia with unwantedness, like she didn't invite him to touch her, so that was misogyny. And then they talked about how they labeled, when she was walking through the schoolyard, she was telling the Brittany Murphy character, I can't remember what her name was. Oh yeah, there's the she said something about the Iranian mafia or something like that, and because they were a bunch of Iranian-looking kids in black outfits, that was racist. And she was talking about how they stereotyped Christian, the gay kid, and how they made him, be a nice dresser, and they stereotyped the gym teacher, and they actually mentioned that she was involved in some scenes, and they were just beating the thing up, and they were saying how it was so politically incorrect, and I'm like,
that's the way it was.
Yeah, I mean, Archie
they've gone back to other movies and done that too.
I know
the Breakfast Club, how they were wrong about that, and things that flew up. Well, Pretty in Pink. Most of Molly Ringwald movies, they had other kinds of stuff. In the '80s, that was it.
Yeah,
I tell you what, if it would have went down the '80s when I was dating, I mean, I would have never got a girl in the car because I probably started off with something that was offensive.
Oh yeah, we were, but like it was crazy though that I wasn't expecting, I wasn't looking for it, I wasn't asked for it, but just because it came on my YouTube feed, I'm like, God, and you know what really sucks, John, is our kids are living in this time of life.
I could tell you the story about what happened to me today, about that kid coming in and thought.
Okay, guys, listen. I want to preface this with, you have to know the backstory. You have to know the people involved. You have to know the character and what's in their heart. And I'll let John share his story. But
No, I'm not going to because I don't want to offend any of our listeners. But anyway, I had an exchange with one of my employees that's worked for me over 25 years. He's got a nickname he calls me. I got a nickname I call him. Well, it triggered one of my customers telling me I shouldn't do that. And he is black. And I told him that it was none of his business. It was none of his business what we called each other.
Yeah.
If we were both black, it would be perfectly acceptable. But I didn't use the N-word like they all think. I used the N-word from a long time ago. And he called me boss man, as he always has, since he's worked for me for 25 years. So I explained to the young little nipper there that...
Now, the guy was white, though, had a problem.
Oh, yeah. He had a problem with me saying what I said to my employee. And I said, you know, this is between two people. It's just like you walking in the room and you saying to your buddy, hey, squid head or fish lips or whatever. That's the way we greet each other. We still love each other. We hugged it out, you know.
And it wasn't anything offensive.
Nothing was offensive, but he in his mind had been programmed to think that when he heard me call him this word.
But it wasn't the N-word.
It was not the N-word.
Yeah.
That I had done something totally wrong.
You had done some injustice, malfeasance.
But after I explained it to him, he's like, I understand. And I said, see, you had something trigger you that was completely no need for whatsoever. Absolutely. It was two friends welcome each other. I hadn't seen him since I left from Thanksgiving. He came in from his shift. He was waiting on a customer. I was getting ready to leave. And I seen him and I said, hey, Hubert, my number one. What I call him? And he's like, hey, boss man, what's going on? And the guy's like, was all triggered on it, you know. And I explained to him, what we call each other is really none of your damn business.
Well, you know, that goes back to, you know, my nickname is Uno. You know, and when my friend walked in after I had my testicular surgery, when I had cancer, you know, he walked in, knocked on my door, and how I came up with it, he walked in and said, what's up, Uno? Now, I could have, if I lived in today, it's like, oh my God.
I'd like you to leave my home now.
You can't speak.
You've insulted me.
You can't speak ill about my condition.
No,
you know, my condition deserves, like, I
what was
need to
that
shelter.
song? My condition needs reconditioning.
my condition. But yeah, it's crazy, you know. It's absolutely crazy. You know, I mean.
Or did you hear the latest?
You know, like.
Starting December the 1st. You know how you go to type something on Google and it comes up, pops up the 3 little words for you or whatever in Google?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Now they're doing away with all of the Misters, Mrs., Miss, anything that, a noun that describes a person as what they are, it will no longer pop up. You will have to type it in manually.
Yeah, you know what?
Because they don't want to offend or hurt anybody. But yet they're pumping all this information over to China for them to keep their people depressed and down with their face recognition. But they don't want to help our government with anything.
No. I mean, I've called you before.
Did you see today where they're all sitting around looking for Mark Zuckerberg? He never showed up today in the UK for their thing about fake news.
Oh, really?
And there was like 25 people on the table waiting around for him from 5 different countries that showed up. And he was a no-show.
Wow. Well, how many times have I called you and said, what's up, motherfucker?
Yeah. You know? I know. How can you say that? You know my mother's dead. Why would you say these things to me, Cliff? You're just an asshole. Why would you?
You know?
You know? Come on, people.
You know?
When is it going to stop?
You know, like I call my buddy Sean. I'll be like, what's up, pimp? You know, it doesn't mean that, you know, I expect him to be wearing some fur coat, slinging, and like, you know, doing women wrong and bitch slapping women.
Yeah, like
you know?
you're drinking some cognac or something.
Yeah, you know, it's just absolutely ridiculous how far we have gotten.
Oh God, Lisa! If they played Blazing Saddles at the movie theater, they would have to call the riot squad in and close the theater down.
Yeah, I know. See, I did too tonight, John.
What?
I did too. You know. Yeah, Blazing Saddles would be. Hey, guys, listen.
Yeah, well, that's another one Lisa said. How about Fat Albert? Will be next. How dare us racists laugh at an oppressed cartoon character?
Yeah, you know.
Which is the oppressed one, the one that had the thing on his head?
Yeah, what was that, like a
I don't know what that was.
Sweat hat? Like
I don't know what his
deal
deal was. That's kind of like Pigpen. I don't know how that stuff floated around him constantly, but you know.
But but we've really gotten into a place, guys, where I feel sorry for my kids. You know, we did all kinds of stuff. You know, I mean, yeah, we offended people. I'm sure I offended people.
I know I do every day.
No, but we did hardcore back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. We picked on people.
But I got picked on.
I had one kid chase me home from school every day for 3 years on my bicycle.
Why?
I don't ever know why. Until one time we met each other in the bar, and he was like, I could never catch you. What were you going to do when you did catch you? Why didn't you stop? I wasn't taking a chance of what you were going to do. But I didn't hold this resentment against him.
It didn't ruin your life.
No. It probably got me in better shape.
You know, I'll tell you, I was picked on. I was kind of small. I'm 6'2" now, but I was smaller, skinny. You know, I didn't eat a lot because I just had so much nervous energy. And
right.
I wasn't like, you know, and I had big old buck teeth till I was like 15 years old, so my grandma could slightly afford to get me braces because she knew it was really important to me. And man, I was a mess. I lived in a house where my mom and I shared a bedroom. I wouldn't even bring friends over to my house. I was terribly picked on as a kid. I was criticized, ridiculed, picked on.
Should I look at you for a crying towel?
No,
or what?
but
do you need a safe space?
No,
or
I
is
don't.
your heart bleeding? What can I do for you?
Yeah,
How can I help you? Who can we blame it on?
We can blame it on society. You know,
you can blame it on the streets.
But what it did was
the world out there.
It made me the person I am.
Right.
It made me, because you know, sooner or later I grew.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't getting picked on anymore because you know I would hit back.
Right.
And you know, and then I got more money than all my other friends have. And you could take probably, John. I'm not trying to be braggish, but I grew up in a neighborhood of about 20 kids. 2 of us graduated from high school. 2 of 20. Those aren't very good odds for success. I bet you I could take all other 19 kids and they could put all their network together and it wouldn't be what mine is. But I was the kid that was the poorest of the poor, you know, in my neighborhood, you know. But it made me have thick skin.
It made you strong.
Yeah, I mean,
it made you not to want to live that way.
My nickname used to be Cliffy Horsegums. That was my nickname, you know. So imagine, you know.
Horsegums?
Yeah.
Because your teeth?
Well, I had big buck teeth, you know, and yeah.
Oh, I'd like to see some of them pictures.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No. But anyways, it goes back then. It's like, I teach my kids, I'm like, you know, I don't expect my kids not to be bullied. I expect my kids to be bullied. I told my wife one day, I'm like, look, when Bryce rides around, we need to worry about him getting in fights. And I'm like, she's like, well, he's not going to fight people. I'm like, well, he might, but we got to be worried about the kids that are 2 years older than him that are going to say, hey, here's a smaller kid. Let's go pick on him. So, you know, I've taught my kids that, you know, you need to have thick skin and you need to be able to deal with things, because to act like bullying isn't going to happen isn't the solution.
You got to be a moron to think it's not going to happen.
No, but people think that these parents think that they can put these like invisible shields around their kids. You know, they're cyberbullying.
What did it used to be called? A helicopter mom?
Yeah, now it's a lawnmower parent.
Oh, is it a lawnmower parent?
You know why? Because they just clear the path for them now. You know, they just remove all the obstacles. It used to be, I'm going to hover over you and like try to protect you and keep you. Now it's a lawnmower parent where they just, you know, they're not hovering over. They're actually in front, just clearing out and being like,
oh, well, I had lawnmower parents.
Yeah.
They told me to get out and mow the damn yard.
Exactly. I mean,
and you know what they said? When I said, how about, do I get paid? They said, you'll get paid at dinner tonight.
Yeah.
That's what they said. You don't pay for anything.
Well, that's the way it should be.
I mean,
now kids think that they should get a Cadillac Escalade because they took the trash out of one dish.
Well, I'm very, very thankful for my daughter. She thinks nowhere near like that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the way it should be.
But my son, tough love had to come in on it, and I had to just drop the hammer on him.
Well, your son,
drop the mic on him, go boom.
Okay, I learned one thing from, if anybody watched the Howard Stern show, that movie, remember Private Parts? You remember the movie Private Parts with Howard Stern? Mm-mm. It's like his movie did. He said things changed for him when he started being honest on the microphone. You know, so We're gonna be honest, okay?
All right.
Your son expected to live off you until he was 30, didn't he?
Most definitely. He said, "Why can't you just leave me alone until I'm 30?"
That's what he actually said. He actually said, "Can I just like chill out till I'm 30 or whatever?" Right?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much
He said,
it.
"Why can't you just leave me alone while he's living in my house?
Yeah.
I'm paying the electric bill. I'm paying the high-speed cable bill, which is
So he can game.
So he can game at 300 kilobytes, whatever it was, a minute or second or whatever it was. I'm paying his car insurance. I'm paying the water bill. I'm paying his cell phone bill.
And he ain't going to school.
And he ain't going to school, and he's barely part-time working it.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 roommates, and they give me $600 a month.
Which didn't cover...
Didn't even cover everything. We're not talking about property tax. And then he wants to call me up and tell me something broke.
Yeah.
I said, he goes, "Well, you're the landlord." I said, "No, son, I'm not the landlord. I'm the dumbass that's paying your bills."
Yeah.
So when I went over to there, after his roommates moved out on him.
Because it was pigsty, right?
It was pigsty. And I got a $300 electric bill. And I went over there and I'm like, what's going on? He goes, "Well, I was sick and I was running the air conditioner in my room too." I'm like, 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. He's staying in one room, but he's air conditioning the whole place. I'm like, shut the rest of the house down. Just air condition your room. That's what
He probably doesn't know you can shut vents up, does he?
Probably not a clue. Didn't even know how to change the vent on it.
You got to tell the tire story.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, but go on. So
anyway, so I walk around the back of the house, and my sister's there helping them. And I look in the window, and there's not one in the back door. I see this piece of cardboard blowing in and out. And I'm thinking, what the? So I go inside. I'm saying, "Son, come here. Explain something to me." He goes, "What?" And I go, what happened? He goes, "Oh, the window broke." I said, "And you didn't say anything?" I said, "Well, even a rocket scientist or one of you numbnuts around here would have enough sense to take a garbage bag or some Visqueen and some duct tape."
Yeah.
You think cardboard's going to keep the air conditioning
Just
in?
flapping, too. Just flapping.
I'm air conditioning the whole neighborhood.
That's why he bills $300.
And you know what he said? "What's $300 to you, big money?" What? I lost my mind. My neighbors were out looking, screaming. My sister told me to sit down. She thought I was going to have a heart attack. I haven't had one word to say to my son since then. Not one. He wished me happy birthday, and I turned it over to my wife so I didn't stroke out. Since then...
Because you were about to stroke out.
I was about to lose it. I mean, I was really about to lose it.
But prior to this, he told you he wanted to live off you until he was 30.
Yeah, that was it.
He actually said till
Right.
30.
Yeah,
that's
was 30.
That's the expectation of these kids.
I told him I wish I had a basement because I would put you in and lock you in it.
You know?
There'd be no food, no nothing. You'd just be in the basement. Here in Florida, we have no basement.
Yeah, here we have no basement.
So right now, he has no auto insurance on me. He doesn't live in my house. And he's still riding on my cell phone. But that's just because it's under contract. Those days are shortening too.
Yeah,
but he's learning. He's 21. He's gonna do it by himself, and hopefully one day he'll come to me and say, "Thanks, Dad, for making me get off my ass."
But see,
and if he don't, look at all the money I saved.
But all those parents out there that don't have the intestinal fortitude,
I wouldn't have. That's why I haven't had one word to talk to him at all.
Well, no,
because my wife knows that I will break down and give in.
Yeah, but at least you had the intestinal fortitude to say, "Look, I can't deal with this anymore. You handle this."
Yeah,
you know,
I had to pass the torch on to somebody that didn't have that knew that it wasn't right, and he was totally disrespectful to me too.
Yeah,
no respect whatsoever. The things he would say to me, I would never say to my father. You invite him over for dinner or whatever. You'd ask him, "How was your steak cooked?" And he'd be like, "Well, I really don't like this and I really don't like that." And finally, my wife told him, "If you don't have something nice to say, don't say nothing at all."
Yeah.
And when he left, I told my wife, I said, "I'm not going to invite him back over. I'm not going to have him come in my home and disrespect me and complain about what he's got when he's out there driving on my dime and the car I paid for, my insurance, my tag. No, no more."
It's all about this entitled world, and that's that's one of the things we want to talk about tonight is, and here comes Christmas, and every kid is going to expect an iPhone 10. They're all going to expect brand new computers, brand new cars. It's just crazy, but it's not the kid's fault.
No, it's not.
It's not the kid's fault. It's your fault for doing a bad job as a parent. You know,
It was my
your
fault.
But I'm talking about all those people out there.
It's their fault, but it was also my fault because I enabled them.
Yeah.
You know, I seen the cartoon where the kid's up on the couch playing his video game, and his mom comes in and she's like, "When you get the hell off my couch? You know, I busted my hump to give you a better life." And he's like, well, "What are you complaining for? I got one."
Yeah. Because you succeeded.
Good job.
No, yeah.
Bullshit. No more.
You know,
My daughter, she goes to school and she complains that she doesn't get enough hours at Publix.
Yeah.
Complains that she doesn't get enough.
I mean, my daughter's pretty grateful. She's in college. My son, he's 14, but I think he's somewhat grateful. But, you know, he's got things to do, and, you know, he has expectations. And people, some of my friends and stuff, they're surprised when I say he has to get straight A's. And I tell them, that's your job.
That's right.
Your job is to get straight A's. And, you know, and some parents are like, well, can he get a B? He could if he wasn't capable of getting an A. But if he's capable of getting an A, I expect an A.
Right.
You know? And some people are like, but my son's kind of, you know, he's kind of like this aloof kind of kid. Nothing bothers him. You've met him. He doesn't talk a whole lot. But he's good at most things. And I said, well, when you go to high school, I expect you to be the valedictorian. Because where he's going to go to high school, I mean, should. And he's like, well, I don't want to be the valedictorian. I'm like, no, you will be the valedictorian.
You don't want.
Yeah, you're not going to have a car. You know, you're not going to have anything. I'm going to reward you for success. You know, but I'm not going to give you just because you happen to be, you know, my
son.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're related to me.
Yeah, you know, we got to work for everything, you know. But let's get back to, this leads me back to the gassing of the kids at
the border.
Tijuana. Yeah, because Tijuana.
And then let me just tell people, that picture, if you really look at it, that one lady running with her kids, she looks awful thick and healthy for walking 2,500 miles with very little to eat for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's been photoshopped.
Did you see the one lady that was complaining about the beans and the tortillas from Honduras? And then somebody went and found her Facebook page from Honduras, and she was living like a queen down there. Did you see that? Yeah, Google that. I don't know if it's real, you know, because you got to be really skeptical about what's on the internet these days. You know?
Oh, yeah. They changed it from Facebook to Fakebook.
Yeah.
There's more advertising on Facebook now than anything. That's all it is. Everything pops up an ad. I mean, I go look at looking for something, another, doing a little Christmas shopping, and I click on one thing, and then I get a click that somebody's liked a post or something on Facebook. I go to check it out, and I'll be damned if Facebook hasn't beat me to a better price than what I just looked at from what I was clicking to.
Oh yeah, they'll chase you for prices.
Oh yeah.
You know, you'll look at, you know, I don't know, a widget for $100, all of a sudden it'll pop up for $92. You get rid of that, and it'll pop up for $87. You know, you can, you know, if you just wait and you're patient. But it goes back to, you know, this entitled society we live in. These people that are coming to the border, they're rushing the border. They feel entitled that for some reason that you and I have got to pay in more taxes to pay for these people. You know, Donald Trump is asking for $5 billion for the portion of the wall.
And the first year, he'll make it back.
$5 billion. Illegal immigration costs us $120 billion a year. $120 billion.
That's for what's here.
Yeah. You know, and if you look, I'm going to do a little bit of math, okay? Now, we did a show about 7 months ago, John, where we talked about welfare. And the average family on welfare in America gets about $24,000 to $30,000. Remember that? An average family of 4. So just to do a little bit of math for you folks out there, and I'm just kind of coming up with this. How many people are at the border, John?
They say 6,000 to 7,000.
Okay, so let's say 6,000, okay? And we'll divide that by 4. Let's say they're all a family of 4, even though they're all a bunch of, you know,
young men.
But we'll just, for purposes of, you know, whatever. So that's 1,500 families just in that batch.
Yeah. There's more coming too.
So all right. So for $1,500, we're going to times that by $30,000. Okay, that right there just for those group of people, is $45 million.
That's crazy.
That's in 1 year. Let's say they stay 10 years. That's $450 million.
$500 million.
Yeah, for just
6,000 people that shouldn't even be here, but are here because they didn't like it where they lived.
Yeah.
I didn't hear there's any kind of major grumbling going down in Honduras or Guatemala.
But there's a lot of places out there that they would qualify for being needy.
The law states that from every country you go for, if you're going for asylum, you have to apply in the country you just stepped into.
The first country that's not persecuting you.
Yeah.
The first country that's not treating you badly.
And from what I see, the first country they should stop in was Mexico.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mexico's offering it to them, but they don't want Mexican money.
They don't want that.
No, it's crazy. But we talk about but the big thing is the Democrats. They take these sound bites, they take things out of context. It's all about the tear gassing of the children. Tear gassing of the children. I'm going to go back to when we first started the show. If I chose tonight to go rob a liquor store, and I decided to take my child along on that adventure.
Even if you left her in the car.
Yeah. But let's say I go and rob a liquor store, I got my child in the car, and then I leave the liquor store with the bag of money.
And grab a fifth on the way out.
And my gun, and I jump in that car, and I'm flying down the interstate with my bag of liquor store money and my child in the car seat. And if something goes bad there, if a cop catches up to me, hits me from the back, puts me in one of those spins, I flip the car over, it's all chaos, the car catches on fire, I crawl out, but my child doesn't make it. Is that the police officer's fault? No, that's my fault because I
put the kid in there.
Put the kid in harm's way. I'm the one that put the kid's life in danger. Now, when these parents take
and
these
you know what they're going to do? They're going to charge you with the murder of that child.
Exactly.
They're not going to say, "Oh, it's our fault. You should have put a sign on the back, baby aboard."
Yeah, but when these parents, when there's all this chaos going on up there, and people are throwing rocks, they have to think about this some way and say, "Is this something I want to get my child involved in? Do I want to?" go up there. I mean, it's no different than if you go to a rock concert and you got a 4-year-old. Even if it's not a violent environment, you probably don't want to take them up in the front row and have them get squashed, would you?
No, throw them in the mosh pit.
Yeah. We as parents need to make good, rational choices for that we're putting our kids in.
And if you ain't got enough sense to make them, call a friend.
Yeah.
Call your neighbor and say, "Hey, what would you do? I'm going to rob a liquor store. Should I bring my kid along?"
Yeah.
You want to send your kid with us? All right, send him over.
Yeah, come on. Well,
we'll all go together.
But when shit goes bad and you've brought your kid into a situation, it's not the guy who is defending himself, defending the border, defending our country, defending our way of life. It's not the guy that's trying to stop the people from hurling bricks and rocks and cans and bottles, because who knows what the next thing is. One of them might have a gun. I'm sure someone in that 6,000.
Oh, I am quite sure a lot of them are armed. Like they said, out of the 6,000, about 700 or 800 of them are criminals.
Some of them are murderers.
And they said, well, that's not a bad percentage.
One is bad. It goes back to that thing. If I gave you a bowl of Skittles and I said one's poison, would you eat any of them?
Hell no.
You wouldn't eat any of them.
I don't want a damn one of them.
Yeah. So I'm not taking my chances.
No.
It goes back to that thing. Have you seen that commercial on TV? It always makes me laugh. The guy says...
The one that says, "Get your own auto insurance."
No.
I love that one.
The one that says, "How much would you pay for something you don't want?"
No, I haven't seen that.
Think about that for a minute. How much would you pay for something you don't want?
I pay nothing for something I don't want.
I know, because we don't want it. So why would we take anything? We don't want these people.
Why
would we pay for something we don't want?
Yeah, and why would we want them?
I know.
We got enough starving, hungry people and homeless people of our own.
It's absolutely great. And look, if we need more workers, I'm all for opening up the big door.
Let the prisoners out.
Let 10,000 people come in the right way over time. We figure out how much labor the agricultural businesses need, the hotels need, whatever those people are trained to do, which isn't much, which is low-skilled workers. We organize it. We allow them to come in.
We have that. They have visa. Some call them visa.
They work for maybe the fruit season, maybe the corn season, whatever that is. They work. They take their money and they go back. And then they bring the card up. The next time they're like, oh, here I am again. Okay, we'll swipe the card. Come on back in. And we're coming.
We'll be cleaning this side of Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, we're coming.
Because they ragged on Trump for that during the election.
Sure.
That he had people come in to help run the hotel and everything else because nobody else down there wanted the job.
Well, we should let them have the jobs. But
right.
But
when their job's over, like the circus, pack it up and go home.
Because here's the thing. If you come into this country and you have a job picking fruit and you have some money in your pocket, you're not bringing a bunch of kids with you, you're not clogging up the emergency rooms. The reason that the emergency room, if you go to the emergency room and you're sick and they give you an aspirin and it's $3, the reason you're paying $3 is because the last 30 people there didn't pay anything. And that 30-cent aspirin now has become $3. And that's why it costs so much. So if we had the people come in, they swipe their agricultural card or whatever their work card is, they come through the big, beautiful door that Trump talks about. They come in, they do the work, they collect enough money. They're not here, they're not bringing, pregnancies, and they're not bringing, their little kids that they don't have insurance. They're not clogging up the system, but they have enough money that they can take their money and they can go back to where they came from and they can use the insurance there or the services there.
Or if they were sick and they were here on a visa or whatever, I could see it helping them out. They're over here to do a job or whatever, but they got better health care than I do.
Yeah, but if they're here working, they might have a job that has health care.
Maybe. Oh, I doubt it. The people.
Maybe that's one of the things they need to make mandate. Yeah. And if you hire somebody with
you import these people, not only are you responsible for them getting their visas to work for you or whatever, you're responsible for their medical while they're
here. That's
part of your thing.
I think it's the HB1 visa.
Yeah, that's what it's something like that.
Some people call it the genius visa because they only allow really smart people to use some of them,
Right.
But that's the thing. I just don't understand why we would want all these people. I don't have an extra $45 million laying around. Do you?
No, if I did, I wouldn't be here.
Because just those people on the border, just those people that are sitting there on that border are going to cost $45 million or billion.
Well, some of them have decided to go home. They're tired of waiting around.
Okay, now, if anybody believes that some of those people have gone home, which I think they've probably given up, imagine if the news report said for the entire length of the border of America, there's a 30-foot wall that you can't get over. That's very, very difficult for you to get over.
How many would have left?
You're going to see people stop coming.
Right.
When
they said not one person has came over the new wall that Trump has. They've had to secure it at one end more, secure it at the other end, but the new prototype wall that he had got money for, not one person has got over it or under it.
Well, they say, because it's the one where you can see through it, but the top is, right?
Right.
Yeah. So if you see a ladder being put up there,
that's kind of easy to say. They're cleaning windows.
Yeah. You just, you deal with it, But I don't know what the right thing is. Now, Trump has demanded, he says he's going to shut down the government if he doesn't get $5 billion.
Go for it.
I say go for it.
I do too.
But he's not going to shut down the whole government.
And the only thing the Democrats are worried about is if Mueller's money's going to stop if he shuts down the government.
You should shut that down.
Nope, it don't shut down. They got a loophole. He gets to keep investigating.
For Mueller?
Yep.
Really?
How many times have you heard the president say he's going to fire Mueller? Never. He said, I'm going to let it keep going, and all they can keep
until I think it shouldn't.
Until it just keeps
He's never said he
spewing.
wouldn't, but he always says, I'll let it go until it, I think it should.
Yeah. What are they going to do when it comes out and they got nothing?
Well, now, these people are rescinding on their plea bargains. And the one thing I don't understand, I'm not a lawyer, maybe a lawyer can call me next week, is they say Trump's pardon won't work in states.
Trump's pardon?
Trump can't pardon state crimes.
That's not true. The president can pardon anybody for anything.
Yeah, but it doesn't count if they've pled guilty in states. I read.
I don't think so.
But I don't understand because Manafort pled guilty in like California, New Jersey, New York, and they said that
aren't all three of those liberal states?
They all are. They all are. You know. So
bad place to make a plea deal.
Yeah, yeah. Don't make any plea bargains in those places. You know. But it goes back to, guys, we as conservatives, as Red America, as people that support the president, that support the American way of life, listen. If there were a bunch of Polish people on a submarine trying to get into the eastern seaboard, I think we should turn them around. If there were a bunch of English people that were on, the Mayflower 2 and they were trying to come over here illegally, I think we should push them away. I don't think we should bring anybody into this country that can't provide for themselves immediately and go through the right process.
Or can support themselves.
Yeah, well, that's it.
I mean, if you're coming over here and you're trying to do it right and do the paperwork, like I heard today, I was listening on the radio, it said that these people, that are coming over from Europe and other places that, they will save their money up to hire an attorney on just the chance that they may make it to America. They will go without eating to pay their attorney. They will do anything and everything just to make it here with a couple $100 in there. They'll liquidate everything just to get here legally. And these people want to walk up to the border and start throwing rocks. Yeah. Remember when me and you used to play paintball when we were more agile? Yeah. And I'd come back to work the next day and I'd lift up my shirt and my dad is like, "You're a damn fool."
You'd be all lit up with blue and black. Remember that one year it was green?
Oh, man. But I think and remember how we'd go over there and they had that little speed tester you put it in. Yeah. Then we had the Allen wrench when you went by and you turned up a little higher volume of miles per hour or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that's what they should have done. They should just load a bunch of
paintballs,
high-powered paintball guns, and then have the people there. And when you see a guy pick up a rock, shoot him twice in the head.
But if you shoot him in the eyeball, you put an eye out paintball.
All right, well, shoot him twice in the chest.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you he drops that rock.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about you got to dial it up, though.
You got to
dial it up.
You do.
I mean, you remember that? A bruise his mom can see.
Do you remember that night I shot that kid in the forehead and split his forehead open?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. He was like 8 feet away from me. I saw him pop his head out. Pow! Hit him right above the mask. Split his forehead open. But yeah, you're absolutely right, guys. But hey, guys, we're going to call it a night here in about 2 minutes. I would just like to beg of you, plead of you, try and find us other places. Because John was an editor on one of my Facebook pages. We're still able to, broadcast from that one on Facebook. But my other one where we had like 6,000 followers is shut down. We had another page, Donald Trump 2020, that was completely Facebook deleted it about 2 months or about a month before they finally.
And they deleted Jim's Trump.
Yeah, James Stratton, they kicked him off.
Trump Club. I mean, a lot of people they've given the boot to.
Yeah, it's been crazy, So we apologize for being kind of schizophrenic, but we got something percolating. We got some gumbo cooking that's going to be happening on I think January. We're going to be doing something. We got a few people that you may know, a few people that you don't know yet, but we got some gumbo cooking. And
are you signing up for the Fox Nation?
I am not signing up for Fox Nation.
Are you going to?
No, I'll tell you why later.
Okay.
All right. No, I'm not signing up for Fox Nation, but yeah. So like I said, we've got some gumbo cooking, but I don't know what's going to happen over this weekend. I know that these people that are waiting down there, most of them aren't getting in even when they go to these asylum hearings. They're turning them around. You go. You don't get to come in. I mean, after so many people don't get to come in, aren't the ones that are waiting there thinking, man, I'm not going to get in either.
What makes me special?
Yeah. Cool. I know I was waiting in a line. Let's say I'm waiting in a line for a rock concert to go see U2.
Oh, you're getting in.
Who is?
If I was trying to come across the border for something, I'm going with Cliff because I know we're going to make it.
Well, yeah, but
every time we go somewhere, Cliff gets us to the spot we need to be. That's why I got a signed $100 bill. Cliff's got a signed $100 bill. Everywhere we went, every event we went to, Cliff told him, we're going to be over in there. And the cops are like, no, you're not. We're not. Yeah, we are.
I'm going to tell you a real quick story. The Ron DeSantis last rally that Ron DeSantis had when he was running in Florida was in Pinellas County. It was at St. Pete. And there was this VIP section. VIP section. Like, and there was all these people were like, you know, that was the section. And I said, John, you were sick that night.
Yeah.
But we took the limo, me and James Stratton, and we walk around, and I'm finally like, well, I'm going to get in there. And they're like, no, you can't get in there. You've got to, I'm like, nah, I'll get in there. They're like, you got to have something bad. I'm like, nah, don't worry about that. I'll get in there. So I finally met somebody that had seen me and, like, I don't know, thought I was important for whatever reason. So we get in there, right? So I get in, I move this barricade, and the guy lets me in. James, the guy that's probably more important than I am, he walks up and the guy won't let him in. And I look at the guy, I'm like, no, he can come in. The guy's like, oh, okay. So James walks up, I'm like, I'm nobody. I'll tell this guy to let you in. It was absolutely insane, guys. But you know, I don't know. I don't take no for an answer very well. You know? So, but I want to say thanks, guys, for tuning in. It's 10 o'clock. That means it's time for the 4Js. Go watch them. We'll see you again next Wednesday. And remember, we got some gumbo cooking.
Remember, we say Merry Christmas around here.
That's right. And we're going to keep what happens on this microphone honest. Everything that comes out of this microphone is going to be honesty. We'll see you later, guys.
Have a good evening.